What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome to episode 3 of the Road to Glory. First things first, guys, I tested out a little bit of bronze pack method, and it turned, well, I sold the cam to centre mid card for 1800 coins, and with the coins that I had, I opened some bronze packs, and it was good. A few of the players are selling, some of them aren't selling, some of them are selling. I've still got a few players and contracts and stuff that I'm trying to get rid of, which probably won't sell on the trade pile. If they sell, they sell. If they don't, they don't. But it does seem to be nice and effective, even in these early stages. Marquee matchups are pretty good. And just because of the starter objectives, people are purchasing players like left mids and right mids from major leagues or off nations specifically quite a bit. Maybe even this guy as well. So not him. Probably not him. This stuff won't sell. Damn, that's a lot of kits and stuff. And then this guy, it doesn't look like he's selling, but because I've got 100 trade spots, I'll try and get 200 coins for him. If I can, great. If not, no problems at all. But today's episode, guys, is going to be heavily focused around building up my squad and playing in squad battles. I do want to end the video, or end the day off by going into FUT rivals. I want to make sure we can get onto there and get ourselves some points and start working towards that rank 1. I don't know what division we're going to be in, probably division 5 or division 4 or something. But yeah, so we'll open a few bronze packs here, but I don't want to spend too many coins on bronze packs just yet because I still need to improve my squad. I'll show you guys a squad that we're going to use. Oh, a right wing could go. Yeah, so he's going to sell because people buy the right wings to convert them to right forwards. So any right wing you get, probably sell for 300 or 400. What else do we have here? A striker and a right mid. So the striker's not selling. The right mid, he looks like he's 200 to 250. So we'll drop him on as well, which is nice. This stuff can all go. I already checked this kit. I think it's not selling. It's a nice kit though, to be fair. And that guy can go in the catalog there. So yeah, the squad that we're rocking right now for offline is going to be what you see on the screen now. So as I said to you guys in the end of last episode, I picked up some players. We bought Fabianski for 1,000. We bought Doherty. He's first owner untradeable. Cabasele, first owner untradeable. We bought Ake for just 1,600 coins. Maitland-Niles for 600 coins. Torreira we picked up. Obviously, you saw that in the last video for 2,300. Andre Gomes we packed. Ayoze Perez we packed. Andreas Pereira we packed. And then Abraham and, of course, Pukki we got yesterday as well. So I've got a bit of a bench here. We've got Martinez and Jota, some good subs. I'm actually going to be starting with, unless I have a right wing back to right back position modifier, which I don't think I have. Then I'm going to be starting with, I'm going to be starting with the centre back because right now, even right wing back to right backs, they're like, I might play Ake out on there as well because of his pace, 75, yeah. They're like 1,500 coins, and I'm not paying that for a position modifier at this stage in FIFA. So this is what the squad looks like. I'm told there's a glitch or an issue or something that just is supposed to happen in FIFA right now, where basically, if you play online, you see I have fitness is quite low on some of these players, 88 on the 2 centre-backs and 88 on the CDM. Apparently, when you go into an offline game, they start with 99 fitness. So I'm hoping that that's the case. Otherwise, I could be in for a bit of a struggle here. I'm also hoping to hit top 100 in squad battles. It was about 27,000 points yesterday. It's up to 41,000. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle. It's going to be a bit of a stretch. I'm going to need to get my hands on the game to be able to get up into there. Wow, that guy's got 84,000 points already. That's really good. My team is nowhere near good enough to play against the top teams. Like I could play against this team on Legendary because they've got a bronze goalkeeper. I should be able to win. I don't think I could play against these two teams on Legendary. I might have to drop down to World Class because these teams are just far, far too good with 100 chemistry. It's going to be lights out for how good my team is. So we'll play right now. I'm going to go and play Mendoza on Legendary. You guys will just see the stuff at the end of the game, like how well or bad I did, if I won or lost or not. And yeah, this is going to be episode 3. Let's get into the action. And so, guys, here we go. We're going to start off today with some comments from the comment section. And we're going to end with some discussion about Chemgate 2.0. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So welcome back again to episode 3, of course. Thank you guys so much for the support. I didn't realize, I was checking last night on the analytics. And you guys are just going mental. We're picking up like 3-4K subs a day, which is nuts. The views are insane. The likes are insane. And I appreciate it very, very much. The first comment is from Military Goose. He says, what are you going to do investments for Tuesday and upcoming SBCs? And when are you going to buy your main players? I don't know. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to play squad battles and what I need for squad battles. trying a few different formations, a few different player ideas with having fast players or strong players and such. And the AI is a bit weird this year. Like the low rated, low chem teams, I can obliterate 5-0 on squad battles. And then even the medium to good teams with good chem, I even lost one on professional. Like it's tough. So I know that there will be a way around the AI where I'll be able to comfortably beat all of them on legendary. It's just figuring out that little thing that is the thing that allows you to just dominate, right? So yeah, we're gonna try our best to master that AI, because I really do want to get top 100 the first few weeks, just because it'll be so influential for how the account goes. In terms of investing in players, I'm not even thinking about that yet. As I say, I'm looking more into getting a comprehensive squad for online and offline together, and then starting to go from there. Only once we've got like a decent enough squad and a little coin balance will we go. I haven't done the advanced SBCs yet. I'm going to wait for those until 1 to watches come out, because then there's like 3 rare mega packs, 2 50k packs, a couple of other good packs, and if we can hit a 1 to watch, obviously that would be far better than burning them early just to try and get a good gold card. So that's my plan. But yeah, in terms of investments, I really don't have that much in mind. Nelsenheimer says, Nepo, I was wondering if you'd thought about making the nonce badge or club badge this year. They have changed it this season, and in my opinion, it actually looks like your Twitch and Mixer subscriber badges, just throwing it out there. It does, apart from the fact that it has the team name above the badge, and that puts me off just a little bit. Also, their name is Nonce, which sounds like nonce. So I don't think I'm going to have that in my team. Henry says, hey Nep, do you think the League SBC grind will be possible this year? I don't know. I just don't know. Will we even get League SBCs again this year? Maybe EA have got something up their sleeves. Maybe they change something. Maybe they completely rework how SBCs are done and run. Maybe they don't give us repeatable League SBCs this year. Maybe they give us... What I would like to see is the team give a player instead of a pack. So when you complete Arsenal, you get an Arsenal player, etc., etc. I would like that. But let's just wait and see, I guess, what EA do. I think it was the full release that they released the League SBCs last time, wasn't it? So we've probably still got about another 6 days until League SBCs could potentially come. Den Holm says, when you get a new mic, I'm always hearing static. My mic isn't the problem. My mic is fantastic. My whole setup, generally speaking, is very good. The issue is there's so much electrical equipment in a very small area in my office that I think it just picks up some sound sometimes. Like when I put my Xbox on before, people were hearing static every video. I removed the Xbox and it fixed it, and I've changed a few other things around here or there, so I wonder if little few maneuverings of some electrical equipment might fix it, but I can't hear it. I couldn't hear it initially anyway. And you then were the only, you and the 14 people that thumbed up the comment were the only people that I've seen any complaints of recently. So I'm not too sure that there's actually an issue as we pick up our first big purchase there in Bruno Fernandez. Seb Martin says, everyone buy Koke and Lopez, the cheapest 85s on the market, and they're definitely going to go up at least 15k by the 27th of September. So there's a lot of people, what should I buy? When should I buy? When should I sell? Who should I sell? What you've got to remember is this. If you pack a big player right now, and they're worth 50k, and you hold on to them until they're worth 80k, yeah, sure, you'll have 30,000 more coins in coins, but the players that you'll want to purchase to improve your team will also be more expensive. So you'll have no net change. It will be the same. You know, you'll have the same in terms of assets. The only way you can make it work for you is if you sell your players now and use those coins to invest and make more, or if you sell your player now and use those coins to buy players that are cheap, because 84s and 85s and 86s are so cheap right now. Like I say, that Bruno Fernandez for me for 6k was just a must-have. He's such a good card. He'll make such a good super sub for just 6,000 coins, and long-term he will go up in price for me as well. So it's kind of a win-win for me. He's going to be so good for me against the AI in that cam roll, and he's going to help me hopefully get to top 100 in squad battles, and he's going to go up in price, but he's also going to be utilized as a player. I think personally that right now, if you're looking to invest, I think there's a few better investment opportunities out there. Most namely fitness cards, chemistry styles, and position modifiers. Like, for example, right now, hunters are going for about 3,000 coins. We know full well that they're going to go up to 5,000 coins and become extinct again, which means you can make about 60%, maybe 70% on every single hunter card that you purchase, whereas hanging on to a player or buying a Koke or a Lopez or something like that for like 6 or 7K and then going up to 12 or 13K, like sure, you are making potentially up to 100% as well, but you can only buy one at a time and they're a bit more expensive. Whereas with consumables specifically, you can buy unlimited and just store them until they sell. So I think for me, I'm not really going to be investing in players. I'll buy as many 83s, 84s and 85s as I can, one of each, just because. But again, my primary goal is actually getting my team to being in a competent spot before worrying about investments or anything like that. So here's what stemmed, guys, for me, the issue with chemistry and fitness. This guy that I came up against had a really bad squad. He had players wildly off chemistry, really low chemistry, and he absolutely dominated me, right? And he dominated me to the point where I just couldn't believe that his team played that well on that low chemistry. And it sparked me to think that maybe there's some chemistry issues again, like there was in FIFA 16. Or, you know, some people in my stream were like, maybe he's just a really, really good player. And whilst I can concede that, yeah, sure, maybe he was a good player, typically a really, really good player would never use the players that he has available, would never use the players that he used, right? A really good player would never put a silver player in goal. And that's not to say that he's not a really good player. Maybe he still is and just doesn't play Ultimate Teams and doesn't understand the consequence of having a silver goalkeeper per se. But more surprising to me was how well his team was performing under low chemistry. So I lost my first placements match, and for the next 4 placement matches, as you're going to see here, I won 2 of them and lost 2 of them. But I was playing with a team with 18 downwards to 12 chemistry. And I kept putting all my players in these weird positions, off leagues and so on and so forth. And I don't know if you guys have ever played on really low chemistry before, but when you play on really low chemistry, your players, they're just impossible to use because you get like negative 20 downgrades across the board, or negative 15 or negative 12s. And because of the level of players that I already have, you know, Cavacelle, I even went and got a silver right back that I put in at left back off chem. I have Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Doherty that I put in as well. Because I already have really standard players and detract many stats from them, they should theoretically have played like silvers, if not bronzes. And the most notable fact for me is that they should have drained stamina extremely quickly because they only have 70s for stamina anyway, and then they're losing 20 stamina points, so they're down in the 50s for stamina. I don't know if you guys have ever used a player with 50 stamina before, especially on the wings or in you know, the fullback roles. They're absolutely dead by the end, but not today. Now, when I lost 7-1, people were like, ah, see, your team played bad. But in this game, even though in the last game I lost and got dominated, in this game you can actually see it was only the finishing that wasn't on point. I conceded almost every shot that guy had on target, but it wasn't a case where you see the minus 19s for Pookie across the board, and that's the team I was rocking. It wasn't a case of I lost 7-1 because the chemistry was bad. It was more a case of I lost 7-1 because I had the wrong players in the wrong positions and I was just trying a few things through the game. Again, not that that's me making excuses, and I try, the whole point of trying this experiment is so that we have some data and some credible facts rather than you know, confirmation bias and your personal opinion. And whilst I couldn't really get any conclusive proof or evidence of anything in regards to chemistry, all I will say is that playing these 5 games that I played with this really low chemistry, it did not feel like these players had low chemistry. Like Vinicius Jr. on his left foot, which I think is a 4-star weak foot, is it? Maybe it's a 3-star weak foot. But Vinicius Jr., he only has 68 finishing anyway, and he had negative 19, so he should have been on 49 finishing, and that was with his 4-star weak foot, which obviously would have then been even worse. And yeah, okay, he's standing in front of the goal, right? So you kind of still expect him to be able to score. But again, I don't know if you guys have ever played with bronze players. When you shoot even from in front of the goal with a bronze player with a chem style and a chem boost, they're horrific, they're horrendous. And one of the easiest things for me to kind of notice and understand what was going good or bad was from Tammy Abraham. During the games that I played with Abraham in squad battles, his passing, as expected, is absolutely horrendous to the point where I'm scared to pass it with him. He has 69 short passing and 47 long passing, and my God, can you feel it? Yet, when I have the negative stats on these players that I'm playing with here with the low chemistry, I don't experience the passing with them like I experienced with Abraham. And again, that may be confirmation bias. Of course, I understand that there's different entities that played. My opponent is different. His team is different. His chemistry is different. it's not one constant that I'm testing this with, but it's just from my experience here with the gameplay that having low chemistry doesn't seem to do anything. Which is, if it does do anything, something, and the changes are so minuscule, even though it says -20, maybe it's not, I don't know. But if it does do something and the changes are so small that you don't really notice, that's a good thing in my opinion, because that means later on in the game cycle, I'll just use my favorite players irrelevant to chemistry and just deal with it, basically. But if something does happen, then we've got another issue under our belts, really. And with that, the fitness is an issue. If you guys remember in the last episode, somebody had mentioned to me that they've been going offline playing squad battles and they haven't had to add fitness yet, because even though they have like 60 and 50 fitness on their players, when they get into the game, the players are still on 99 fitness. I tested that out and it's the same online as well. So when you have, like right now, I have Pookie is on like 55 fitness for me. I go into a squad battles game with him. He has 99 fitness. Some people are like, oh, the fitness bar drains quicker. No, it doesn't. In all FIFAs previous to this year, when a player has lower fitness, the fitness bar is lower when you start the game, right? That's just the way it is. And so I'd consider maybe EA changed it. Maybe EA just show a full fitness bar or a full stamina bar every single time. And when they have lower fitness going into the game, the stamina bar depletes quicker. But no, again, I'm still playing on Legendary against the AI in squad battles with Pookie on like 55 or 57 initial stamina. And by the end of the game, he starts the game with 99. By the end of the game, he still has plenty in the tank. And that just shouldn't be the case from somebody starting with 50 fitness. But there is something else to be considered with the computer still thinks that it's on low fitness. In one of the games that I played, a little message came up in the top left that said fit enough to play with a question mark, and showed that Pookie had 70 stamina. But then when I gave him possession of the ball, he had 99 stamina. And I was kind of like, I like there is an issue here. And I think it stems from the new game modes, the multi-ball and the max chemistry game mode and so on and so forth, where I just think that there are deep coding errors that are causing something in the game. As time goes on, people will figure that out a lot quicker and a lot better than I can. But just so that you guys know, and maybe something to pay attention for, fitness definitely makes no difference right now. You do not have to apply fitness cards to your players whatsoever until you do, until EA change or patch that. And in my experience so far, chemistry isn't making much of a difference with how teams are playing, if any difference at all. So I ended up in Division 7 there, guys, because I lost 3 of those 5 games. We'll work towards Division 4 and 3, hopefully for next week. But this is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.